Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making my pineapple roasted garlic chicken. It's going to be absolutely delicious, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. I just got back from grocery shopping. It was pretty hit and miss at the grocery store. I did manage to get some stuff that they're usually out of, especially here recently. So I did get to stock up on that. They were out of a lot of stuff that I needed. So I just got what I could get. So I restocked some cans that are in my pantry that I was out of, like tomatoes, cream of soups, rice, sugars. I think that's all that I got for that. I did manage to stock up on some yummy fruits and vegetables. I picked up some avocados, some bananas, oranges, tomatoes. I got some strawberries, grapes, and blueberries. I restocked all of my vegetables as far as bell peppers, onions, potatoes, got some carrots, celery, and I did restock my squash and zucchini because they were looking on point, so I grabbed those up. Plus they were a little bit cheaper than normal, which is shocking considering that everything is going up in price. So I picked those up. I've got some squash and zucchini that I need to cook up. So I'm going to cook those up today because they are on the verge of just going bad. So I need to cook those up. So I pretty much just shopped from home in my pantry today for today's dinner. We're going to be making roasted pineapple garlic chicken. It is so good and it's so easy. You're going to love it. I've got some rice in the refrigerator that I need to use up as well from a few days ago from dinner that we didn't eat all of the rice. So I've got to cook, or I'm just going to reheat that. I'm going to put a little bit of water in there, pop the lid on, pop it in the microwave, heat that up. It's going to be good to go. I've got all of my ingredients for this particular recipe that I'm going to make. So that's really good. And it sounded really delicious. So I've got all of this set out, ready to go. I did manage to chop my pineapple because you can use fresh pineapple or you can use canned. It really doesn't matter. It tastes delicious. I had canned pineapple on hand, so I just took a few little pineapple rings, chopped it up into little tidbits, and that's what we got. And then I've got to chop up my bell pepper. So let's go over all of the ingredients. We'll get started. We'll have us a delicious dinner. Okay, so this is everything you're going to need. Like I said, I still need to chop up my bell pepper. I thought I laid out some chicken breasts. That's okay. It's chicken thighs. It's boneless, skinless chicken thighs. But it's going to be absolutely delicious anyway. I've got some pineapple. This is the pineapple that I had on hand. I just took out a few rings, threw the other half with the juice in the refrigerator. And then I can have that for some breakfast in the morning. I've got some ketchup here. It's about a cup of ketchup. I've got some apple cider vinegar. Is that the apple cider vinegar? Ha, yes. I've got some honey. I've got some sesame seeds. I've got just a few tablespoons. Actually, this is about 2.5 tablespoons because this was a teensy tiny bit that was left over, so I just chunked it in there. But I'm going to melt this and add it in for the sauce. I will do that in just a few minutes. I've got some garlic here. For my spices, I've got salt and white pepper. I've got some garlic powder and some parsley. And I've got some salt and pepper here. And I know they look very similar, but this is Hawaiian black salt. This is really, really good to top over any of your food, like as a finishing salt. It's so delicious. And this is the back. It's just sea salt and activated charcoal. It's, like I said, it's really, really good. So I'm going to sprinkle that over the chicken. And just some pepper there. I've got all my utensils here, my tongs, my little spatula there. Now over here, I've got a little bowl and 2 of these little brushes. When I mix up the sauce, I'm going to pour a little bit in here so that way I don't cross-contaminate with chicken. And I will explain that when we get to it. So I've got my little bowl here, my brushes. And I think we are good to go. So let's get you set up. We'll get going. Okay guys, so we are going to start off with our sauce because I want to go ahead and get this made because we're going to put some on the chicken before we get it going into the oven, and then we'll pop that in the oven. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. I've got a sheet tray line. You can line it with parchment paper, foil, a seal pat, whatever you have on hand, that'll work. So I've got that sitting over there, and we are just going to get going. So I've got everything here, and I went ahead and melted my butter, so I'm going to add that in here. And this is going to help the chicken get a little bit crispy, considering it's skinless, but it'll be fine. I'm going to add in my apple cider vinegar, my honey. Now I did this in this cup. Hopefully it will be big enough to fit everything, because we are going to be putting some in a bowl, a separate bowl, in just a few minutes, because I don't, like I said, I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. So got that, my spices, and my garlic. Get all of that in there, maybe not. Here we go. Get us a little spoon here and get it all out. And all you're going to do to this is just mix it up really, really well. And we're going to separate it in half. So I'm just going to carefully mix this up until it's well combined. Then I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so I've got my little bowl here, and I'm just going to pour some of this into this bowl, and we're going to set that aside because we are going to baste this later, and then we're going to use the other half for the chicken. So get some of this all situated, and we're going to go ahead and add some salt and pepper on both sides of the chicken. Not too much. And flip this over, and we're going to get the other side here. Some pepper. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is swap out my little spoon for a brush. I guess I'll just do this one. And I'm going to get my pan here. Get this all set up. And you're just going to pour your sauce over your chicken. Get it all nice and coated with that sauce on both sides. And then kind of smush it around on all of your chicken here. And it's going to add such a nice, wonderful flavor. You can certainly add some heat to this if you want. I have done that before. It's so good. So just make sure you add a little bit. And then give it a taste. And if you want to add some more, you can. And then I'm just going to pour some more sauce right on the top. Okay, and then just smoosh that around. Okay. And then we are going to add this to our pan here, sauce and all. And yes, I could have done that on the pan, but you know, dishes, it's okay. I can just chunk it in the dishwasher. So I've got that on there. And just add some of that sauce right on top. And it's going to caramelize and get all nice and delicious. And now all we're going to do is pop this in the oven, and we're going to cook this for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to add the remaining ingredients. So I'm just going to pop that in the oven real quick, and then we'll get started on chopping some bell pepper. Okay, so I've got my bell pepper here, and I really needed to use it up because I restocked, like I said, all of my produce, and I did manage to sharpen my knife, and it cuts so much better now. So I'm just going to chop this into pieces, add it in with my pineapple here. You can cut this as big or as little as you want. It is up to you. You can leave it into, in strips, or you can just chunk it up in little bitty chunk pieces. Whatever you want. That will work. Now I have been really enjoying some grocery hauls lately, and I love watching grocery hauls because I'm nosy and I like to see what people buy for food, and it really inspires me in the kitchen to try new recipes and try new foods, because it's fun. So I've really been enjoying that. I'm not sure if that's something that you guys would want to see on the channel, but if you are interested in grocery hauls, I can do that, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, I've got my pineapple here and my bell pepper. I've got my sauce, and my ketchup was still a little cold, so you might see little chunks of butter in there. And I've got my, I was going to say sunflower seeds, but they're not sunflower seeds, they are sesame seeds. Got those. That's going to go on later. And you guys, I totally forgot to put in the oil. on my chicken, but that's fine. You don't have to have it if you don't want it. So, but I will leave all of the ingredients on my blog. You can just click the link either in the description box or in the comment section, and you can just search up the recipe. So I've got about 10 more minutes left on my chicken for the first round of baking. So I'm going to let that finish cooking. I'm going to tidy up a bit, and then I will meet you right back here for the next step. Okay guys, so this has been cooking for about 15 minutes. I'm not going to say 10 minutes, it's been longer than that. But it's been cooking for about 15 minutes, and I am ready to add the remaining items. So if you hear any squeaking in the background, just ignore it. My dog has figured out how to squeak the squeaky toys, so that's just perfect. So I'm just going to add in my pineapple and my bell pepper to my pan here, because I want these to get nice and charred. Athena, you got it, girl? You got it? She loves those squeaky toys now that she's figured out she can squeak them. Hey, baby girl. So, I've got that on there. I'm going to kind of spread it out just a little bit more because I want to baste my chicken here. And it's okay if the sauce gets on the vegetables because it's just going to make it that much more delicious. So, I'm going to go ahead and flip these over because that sauce is off on the other side. I want these to get nice and flavorful. I'm just going to go ahead and, get this all over my shirt and baste the other side of the chicken. And it's going to be so good. You can add as much or as little as you want because this is going to go back in the oven for a little while. And you're going to keep basting these every, 5 minutes or so, or whenever you want, really, so that sauce gets nice and delicious and caramelized onto the chicken. Would be even better if this was skin on chicken. So I am going to raise up my little liner here in my oven, and I'll pop this back into the oven for a few more minutes. I'm going to do about 10 minutes, and then we will baste them again. I'm going to do that until they are fully cooked through and the vegetables are tender and nice and charred on top. It's absolutely delicious. So I will see you back when it is all done and ready to go, and I will show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so I just took it out of the oven. It's completely done. It's 165 degrees on the thermometer. I just removed it from the pan, plated it up, poured a little bit of that barbecue sauce on top, topped it with some parsley and some sesame seeds, and it smells absolutely divine. It's going to be perfect for dinner. Cannot wait to dig in. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. It really helps to support my channel, and I can continue to give you really delicious recipes and try new recipes as well. So yeah, you guys, if you want this recipe or any of my other recipes, you can click the link down in the description box below for my blog. It's always pinned in the comment section as well, so you can find it there. And yeah, you guys, I think we're going to go enjoy some dinner, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.